If you are watching, kindly subscribe, on notifications, like, share with others.
Still learning. Even those of us that have been in the Senate for 16 years, we are still learning. So we'll do well to continue to learn. But in the course of my talking to one of my distinguished sisters that she should speak whenever she's recognized, I made reference to the fact that we are not in a nightclub where people have to shout above the noise of the music and the social media went agog. I'm not on social media, but my wife called me that people got angry. They published her number and said people should occupy her. So she used to receive, she received over 2,000 to 3,000 phone calls a day. And then I tried to on one of my phones. I realized it was in the public. In fact, the phone crashed after about 3 hours. So I am very happy with the interest generated by Nigerians in what goes on in these chambers, because we are here to cater for their interests. And so for them to be so interested in what goes on here means that we are connecting with the people directly. And it would have been terrible if we were doing all this work and the people were not even aware of what we are doing. But the communication was totally misunderstood. Instead of taking it for the nature of what we said, that you should not shout when you are talking and not and speak when you are recognized, they went into private abuses. I don't want to say what they did to me, because what they did to me, I think I don't merit it. I was telling DSP that it's even the one they should be talking to, because in my tradition, we marry only one wife. So they listed so many wives on social media. And at the end, it will look as if the Senate president had or has so many wives. When indeed, I'm reporting to my colleagues, I have only one. And I'm satisfied with that one. And she's a beautiful and loving woman. I will not intentionally denigrate any woman. I have a wife, I have 4 daughters. And I always pray that God will lift a girl child to the highest zenith in Nigeria, politically and in business. I also want my children to do well. So, distinguished Senator Natasha, I want to apologize to you if you felt offended. If I had mentioned that we are not in the market, they will say I said you are a market woman. If I said that we are not in a nightclub where people shout above the noise of the music, they will say you went to nightclub. If I said you were not in a community meeting in the village, they will say Akpabio says Natasha is a village woman. For me, there is nothing I will say that will not be misunderstood. But the interest generated in the social media, people jumped in, shows that you have a lot of political enemies. It also shows that I do have enemies. All of us here contested elections with people. So whenever those people think that they are being brought down, they will jump up and they will say all sort of things. I noticed even some of them that could not pass through Senate screenings went into the fray and abused the Senate president, abused you and all that. I don't know how you took it, but I felt that I should send a public apology to you over the miscommunication and the misunderstanding. So do accept my apologies, and my colleagues, or anybody who could have felt offended, accept my apologies. I did not mean any harm, and I did not mean what they are misinterpreting in the social media. And I hope this will come to an end, and people should concentrate on things that will move this country forward and not things that will divide us. So I hope the apology is accepted. leader of the Senate.
See, the most important thing is the foundation. What is the foundation of the APC? Or better still, what was the foundation of the APC? Goodluck Jonathan warned Nigerians that these people that are coming, they have no ideas. That they want to take Nigerians backward. Jonathan warned Nigerians. But people thought it was a joke. Because of that conspiracy against Jonathan to remove him. I'll talk about it. Goodluck Ebele Azikiwe. That Azikiwe in his name was the problem. He was seen by some people as an Igbo man or he was a weak man. Jonathan Azikiwe will go because of this conspiracy, because of this propaganda against him. They removed Jonathan to put somebody that ordinarily does not have that capacity to be a local government chairman. And you make him a president. Look at how Nigerians has gone. And this man was coming. He said, I will continue where Buhari stopped. And the question is that where did Buhari stop? In Nigeria, under the APC, we saw, for example, it started under the APC that when human beings embezzle money to the extent, animals start embezzling money. The first animal to embezzle money was a snake under the APC. We saw it. A snake swallowed at 6 million naira. And I'm asking a question. That snake today will have bought a land either in Agbado or in Bagada or somewhere. But that snake is very, very rich. Then, after snake swallowed at 6 million naira, monkey was on top of the tree. The monkey looked down. How can a snake that cannot jump swallow money? Monkey jumped down to and swallowed money under the same APC. This thing, I'm telling you, it's on national daily. Monkey swallowed his own money too. Then human beings like animals are swallowing money. Human beings now top the ante. They hop the ante. What did they do? We saw that they said school feeding under Buhari. Then God wanted to expose some people. COVID-19 happened. School feeding became home feeding in this country under the APC. Again, we saw how somebody painted a plane from Ethiopia. Take it to Nigeria. They said Nigeria Airways. Have you seen that Airways anymore, my brother? The answer is no. So these people, they don't have a plan for Nigeria to make Nigeria better. All they wanted is just to grab power. And I give an example. I said, a group of monkeys can hijack a car, but they cannot drive the car. They have hijacked power from Jonathan. Okay, use the power. Let us see. They cannot use it. Am I right? So now you have seen that these people, they have no idea of governance. They have nothing to do with power, but they claim power, propaganda, religion, and everything. And he said, I will continue. I saw Muslim, that's a Mumu ticket, Muslim ticket in Nigeria, a country with different religion. But it's not two same faith, and now you have seen the results. That even Muslims now, they are tired of the government. Christians are tired. Even witches and wizards too, they are tired of the government. You understand? So now, you want to speak up, they try to gag you. The first time we saw when Alain Dume, this man has always been complaining about the previous government. Jonathan did nothing. Even Buhari did nothing. But now, Alain Dume now, look at where he is today. For speaking the truth, that it seems that the Bola Ahmed Tinubu have been caged. And that is the truth. That where the country is going is not good. I mean, he's doing the work that his own people sent him to do. Our own lawmakers from here, they kept quiet. A man in the APC is playing opposition, and a man, people from PDP, Labour Party, that rode on the back of Peter. I told people, I said, some of these people that are starting obedience, or Peter Obi, they are just going there using the name of Peter Obi, and they're not going to perform. You have seen them now. Labour Party lawmakers have kept quiet. Ali Ndume, an APC lawmaker, is now doing the work of opposition until he was removed as a chief whip. Abdul Ningi spoke about budget padding. They suspended. He was suspended. Now you cannot. Nobody can now say the truth anymore under this government. Now even you see religious leaders now, they are now part of the government. They are now lying, telling you that you should pray for. And I give an analogy. You can only pray for a leader. Your prayer is meant to be for leaders, not rulers. In Nigeria, we have majorly rulers. They are not leaders. They have not gone here to serve you. They are there to serve themselves. Nigeria will live better. I'll give an example. The day when all elected lawmakers, all politicians, if you are elected in Nigeria, you must, for example, your children must go to school in Nigeria, or or you must be treated in Nigeria. Give Nigeria 10 years. If you make that law, Nigeria better than Dubai. Because we have the resources here to make Nigeria better. But no, you have headache, you fly to America. You have package, you fly to Japan. You have this thing. And you have left the poor masses to be praying to God. And the religions that you have seen it. That these people are not saying the truth. You cannot be like Prophet Elijah that spoke the truth to power. He spoke the truth to the king, Ahab, telling him they're not doing well. And 1 year they said you should pray for Nigeria, pray. You have been praying 1962, 1972, 1982, 1992. You have prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed. And the more you pray, the more poverty comes. The more insecurity comes. The more hunger comes. That means you don't need prayers. What we need in Nigeria is just as simple as good governance. 90 billion for art, 32 billion for education. Oh, almost a report, almost a report, almost a report. In this government, instead you are having over bloated ministries, government of compensation. So we look at these things, you're like, where is this country going? Even and log on, even at loss. Like I give an example. A man yesterday in our place there, a boy that is begging money, they is around 10 to 13 years. He was begging money now. He has no legs, so he's begging money. Somebody took the nylon where that boy is keeping money at the bus stop on Besalo. They took the money and they ran away with it. Now they're now stealing pot of soup on fire. On Gbe no, you know, on Besalo. That one that is selling bread in the compound, they're now stealing our bread. What becomes of Nigeria? What becomes of the hope of the common masses in Nigeria? If this, and I'm talking about this is Lagos, so if Lagos is like this, if there's poverty in Lagos like this, then just think and remember all those, all the trenches, or some states that are not really well to do, like Lagos. That poverty has spread round. But the citizens, they should not speak with one voice. Don't be distracted, don't be divided. It is time for you to look at others in the eyes and tell them the truth. I am suffering already. Don't lie to me. I'm suffering already. Don't deceive me. I'm suffering already. Don't come here to say Igbos are the problem, after you are the problem. All Nigerians are facing exactly the same problem. You know what I mean? So until we have that mind, have that courage to say no, you are coming out to protest. Even